I'm Jen. I write science fiction fantasy novels, and on this channel we put the magic back into writing. Today we're talking about how to start your own AuthorTube channel. If you don't know what AuthorTube is, then guess what? You're already on it. It's a community of writers online who make YouTube videos, hence the name AuthorTube. First step into joining the AuthorTube community as a content creator is to decide what kind of channel you're going to start. Are you doing writing vlogs, writing advice? Are you doing something completely different, like a nice magical third thing that we just don't know what it is yet, and you're going to be the one to bring it to the community because we kind of need new blood. And new interesting ideas. To be honest, I am so excited for new waves of AuthorTubers to come in and just have so much new stuff to say. That's why I'm making this video, because I want you in here. Next thing you do is you figure out what makes you unique. You might be like, oh no, I'm not unique at all. Guess what you are? That is your biggest strength, is figuring out, okay, what can I bring to the table that's new and exciting? You might be like, oh no, I'm not gonna make a new video until, I'm not gonna start my channel, I'm not gonna make a video until I figure out that big unique thing. Guess what? You're gonna most likely figure it out through watching and creating content on AuthorTube. You're gonna see, oh, there's actually not many videos about this topic. Oh, there's actually not many people doing this angle. Guess what? That is the angle that you fill. And you're only gonna notice it because of your own unique perspective. Fill the void that you see. Or like any marginalized community, shout yourself out in the comments. Please, because I want to find you, I want to hype you up. Because believe me, queer AuthorTubers, fellow queer AuthorTubers, especially bi AuthorTubers like myself, shout yourself out. We'll form a club. Witchy AuthorTubers, where are my fellow witchy AuthorTubers? I'm capitalizing on witchy AuthorTube-ness myself, because I want to share more of that on this platform. Where are you guys at? I would love to find some more witchy, pagan, omnious, etc. witches, AuthorTubers, etc. Shout yourself out. I want you here. I want to go hang out with you. Can we go get hot chocolate? If you don't know what that reference is, I'll put the video where I talk about getting hot chocolate with people up here. And it could be literally anything. You could be like, oh, well, I don't see enough thriller writers on here. I don't see enough science fiction writers on here. I don't see enough people who are from this community. I don't see enough people who talk about mythology and, you know, books. Guess what? I want you here. I want to hear you talk about your thing. And if I do, then tons of other people do, because your audience is waiting for you here to talk about those things. Because if people are wanting to make that content, there are even more people who are wanting to listen to that content. So I'm here being like, hey, I want to do more witchy woo-woo spiritual BS on this channel and make it about writing as well. So if I'm willing to make that content, then there must be a lot of people who are willing to watch that content. So let me know if you want me to put more spiritual woo-woo bullshit into my content, because I'm going to do it regardless, but it will validate me. Best videos for you to start your AuthorTube channel with is AuthorTube Newbie Tag 2.0, because as soon as you start making content, the people, one, will come, but then two, you have to become comfortable with making the content, which means you have to have a, you know, filming routine that you're comfortable with. You have to feel comfortable in front of the camera. If you're not comfortable in front of the camera, you can do live streams, you can do videos without your face, you can do animations. There's tons of different options for you. But you have to get started and become comfortable with it so that you can feel like, oh, I can make tons of content now. I'm so comfortable in front of the camera. Oh, I'm so comfortable with editing videos. I can make tons of them in like one day now. The first video, this is probably going to be your hardest moment, is just doing one. And so that's why I recommend the Newbie Tag 2.0 that I created. Link down below if you want to credit me with it. I really appreciate it. I recommend doing that video first, but of course you can always start with any video that you want. Whatever you're feeling comfortable with and whatever you want to tell people is what you should be telling people, and that's why you should start. I don't recommend doing a video of like, hi, I'm here and this is what I'm going to do. Start doing it first. Don't say you're going to do something, just start doing it. Tips I have, things like batch filming. Having a day dedicated to where you can sit down and just batch film a bunch of videos is key, honestly. And if batch filming for you means you're only doing 3 videos or you're doing 15, honestly, that is up to you. And that's up to your schedule specifically, because I know it's harder when you have a full-time job, you go to school full-time, you have kids. It's my life. I have a full-time job, I do school full-time, and I have a dog and a cat. Not the same as having children, but they are my children, so I'm going to compare it to that because that's what I'm familiar with. But I can only imagine putting a child on top of everything else, so I feel for all you people in that similar situation. Next thing is finding your community. Find other baby AuthorTubers, start hanging out, start talking to each other, give each other tips, tricks, everything. Start small with people who are in the same stage as you, with the same amount of subscribers, with the same amount of everything, start talking to each other, making friendships. It's really hard, I know it over line, like online. We're kind of more familiar with making friends online, but in the writing community, there's this awkwardness of, are they my peer because they're also a writer, or are they my friend because, you know, we're in a similar space as each other, or are we a weird third thing where we're like a peer because we're both on AuthorTube and we're both making content and we're both content creators and we're both authors, but then we're also besties. I'll leave that up for you to decide. I highly recommend watching my writing community etiquette video for more details of how to interact with other people within the writing community, so this is a little bit easier of a step. And I mentioned batch filming, but batch editing too. Edit all your videos together. Edit all your thumbnails together. Schedule them all to post at the same time. Just get them done really quick, because if you start going, oh, I'll edit one video, I'll write a chapter, I'll go and do the thumbnail, and then I'll film another video, it's gonna get complicated. Don't even do that. Just start batch doing everything. Next thing, keep at it. Don't be like me. My next point is consistency. I'm gonna mash those two things together real quick into one giant point right here, but keep at it, because you're going to realize that there's a lot of people out there who want to hear from you specifically. You might be like, oh, I want to make writing advice, but so many people make writing advice, or I don't think I'm a good enough writer to give writing advice. Well, guess what? If you have written anything, you're above somebody who has not written anything. Like, you're already a step ahead. If you've written anything, you're a writer, for starters, right? And so if you've written anything and you're making videos for people who have never written a book or have never even written anything, then you already have more knowledge than they do. So why are you keeping that inside yourself? You might have the perfect way to go and motivate someone to start their book, but if you never say it, then guess what? They're never motivated to start their book. You might be like, oh, well, I want to help people write memoirs. Okay, well, someone who has always wanted to write a memoir and is in their 80s, they don't necessarily have a lot of time here left to write their book. So they need you right now to go and make those videos so that they know how to write their memoir. And if it comes to, oh, I don't know if anyone would watch me, you know, type at a computer all day. There are people who will watch live for 6 hours someone type at their computer all day. I promise you, your life is probably more interesting than you expect. Because you might be living a life that somebody else dreams of. You might be like, I don't know, I don't work, I just sit at home and write my books all day. Guess what? I wish I could stay at home and write my books all day. I will watch you and live vicariously through you, because I would love to be a stay-at-home writer, wife, person. So I promise you, you might have the perfect words, the perfect story, etc. to get somebody to be motivated to write their book. I love watching mundane-ass vlogs of people writing, because I'm like, oh, this is pumping me up to go and write my own book, because I want to be like this person. I want to have my book out like this person. I want to have finished my book like this person. Trust me. There are people, and they will come. You might be like, oh, I don't know about editing or Photoshop or all these other programs. I don't have the money for all these different programs. Just get your phone. Like, get your phone, set it up on a stack of stuff, and just start. The more that you just start and get comfortable and you know you're going to be consistent, then eventually you will have the money and you will, you know, get, oh, I want for Christmas, I want this, and then be able to start getting your own stuff up. You might be like, oh, this year I got a lighting kit, this year I got a camera, this year, etc. You will slowly build up, and the more you're comfortable with stuff and the more of a backbone you have of consistency, I tell you that is the #1 thing on any YouTube channel or thing you're going to do in your life, including writing, including social media presence, including AuthorTube or other YouTube channels, is going to be consistency. How do I know this? Because I'm the most inconsistent person on the planet. So don't do as I do, do as I say. Because if I had stayed consistent from day one when I started AuthorTube in 2015, then my channel will probably be way bigger by now. I have tons and tons of videos. I probably have a large following by now, much larger than I already do. But why? My one problem with being able to make YouTube videos has been consistency. I have always been inconsistent in pretty much everything. I have not been consistent in my writing. I have not been consistent in a lot of different aspects of my life that I am desperately working on. And one of those things is AuthorTube, which is why you're seeing this video. And if this video brought you any sort of value, then guess what? I was only able to bring you this value because I was consistent in filming this video and getting it out to you. So if that doesn't prove to you that you should be on AuthorTube and that you should be sharing the value that you bring to other people and motivating them to write and finish and edit and publish their books, then I don't know what will. Perfect example of all of this stuff is, oh, let's say you go and you read a book. You're like, I love this book about Fae. Well, guess what you want to do next? You want to read more books about Fae. You either want the sequel, you want something similar. So if that's you and you're like, oh, I want to read more of what I like, then why do you think that there's not enough room for you on YouTube and on AuthorTube? You're like, oh no, it's oversaturated, there's too many people. Well, guess what? There might be too many Fae books too, but we fucking like them, don't we? We want to read more of them. We want to go and enjoy more content. And it might be something special that you have to say that helps someone start their book, finish their book, get published, you know, win at the query trenches, go and figure out their self-publishing path. You might be the person who has the perfect words to sell somebody else to just get started, or to just finish, or to just do the next step. And that's the thing, is that words have power, and we are writers. That is our big thing, so we have to use them in any capacity that we can. So if you want to join AuthorTube, if you've been on the fence about it, if you want to make writing advice, writing vlogs, writing something else, that special third thing, then this is your sign to go and start doing it. And then shout yourself out in the comments. If you're a new channel, if you're going to start today because of what I just said, if you just posted your AuthorTube 2.0 video, comment down below. If you're from a marginalized background like we desperately need more of in this community, comment yourself down below. I don't care if you've been making videos for like 8 months. I have been struggling to be a part of this community because I want to see more different people. I want to go and help support all the people who don't get as much view time, honestly, on this platform in general, and not just in AuthorTube, but in YouTube in general. I want to go see your stories. I want to help you publish those stories. I want to help you do what you want to do with those stories. And I want to hear your specific story. Why'd you get into writing? Why did you decide that you were going to join AuthorTube? Why did you decide to do anything that you're doing regarding writing? Tell me down below. Make a video about it. I want to watch it. Do I have like 200 plus videos on an AuthorTube to watch feed because I have so much content to go through over the past year of not being really on this community? Yeah, I do. Will I ignore that whole playlist to watch your video? Yes, I will. Why? Because I'm scrolling through that whole playlist and I'm seeing a lot of the same people. I'm seeing a lot of the same types of people, and I want to see everybody. And so I implore you, whoever you are, if you are on the fence, it's your time. And please do let me know if hopefully this inspired you to join our little community over here on YouTube, because I want to shout you out, I want to see you, and I want to watch your shit. That's it for me today. So remember to subscribe to this channel for more writing videos every Friday, because I'm going to be consistent this time. Because every Friday we put the writing back into magic. Or, that was backwards. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe for writing videos every Friday where we put the magic back into writing. But I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see your videos next time as well. So, bye!